Some people say that I have the best podcast. Other people might say I have a podcast that has potential. But I like to think this is potentially the best podcast you've ever heard. We're live, episode 8, The Office. Javi, what's good?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's good, son? You wearing your Dunder Mifflin shirt, or what the fuck?
I'm wearing my Baby Yoda today.
Fuck Baby Yoda. I'm kidding, man. But, okay, let's get into it right quick. The Office. You got me into it. So I was working.
Yes, sir.
I used to work at a gym overnight, so I had about 6 hours of downtime, which meant anything on Netflix was fair game. And after I was done cleaning up after all the people that are giving us coronavirus because they don't want to clean after themselves, we just went ahead and...
Can I just point out something real quick?
What's up?
If you're one of those assholes that go to the gym and don't wipe the fucking equipment, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, well,
I hope you know that.
It's not like anyone's gonna be going to the gym anytime soon, anyways. So,
but still, we never go back.
Yeah. I mean, that's what home gyms are for. That's what I was able to do with the home gym. So, it's all good. It's all good either way, bro. Yeah, but you actually you introduced it to me, and I had asked you. I was like, hey, can you recommend any shows that are on Netflix that I can watch, and that I won't get like sick of? And you're like, The Office. I'm like, I don't know, man, because I tried watching it once or twice before and it was always kind of like whatevs, but it turned out to be one of my favorite sitcoms, or can you call it a sitcom, or just one of my favorite shows ever. I think sitcoms more like, Friday night with a usually a white family and stuff like that, whatever. But yeah, dude, so I didn't even fuck around. I had 6 hours to kill 5 times a week, so I was literally throwing out almost 30 hours, and I finished that shit pronto dente, dude. I finished that so quick, and I even went in for seconds, and yeah, I loved it. Like, I think we were talking about how it was on Facebook that they had the videos of like all the best moments of, and all the Michael's like quips and all the jokes, and you're like, well, now you get the thing behind the meme and all that. Yeah, about to say that. Yeah, because it was all within the context. And I love Steve Carell, but for some reason, in 2005 when it started, I just it didn't catch my attention to where I wanted to watch it full time. And I did have this one instance that actually made me not want to watch it because I was forced to watch it. So one of my homies from high school, he called me up and he was like, hey man, one of my homies dipped out on a Vegas trip. So what do you feel about going to Vegas with us? All you have to do is pitch in $50 for the room. I think they got like a 2-bedroom suite, and some money for you to like gamble or do whatever. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let's do it. Wrong was I, dude. All he wanted to do was watch The Office, and it was him, his girlfriend, and
goes to Vegas and just sits there and watch TV.
Yeah, dude. We went out to one of the hotels once, and we were there 3 days, and it was like, fuck. Like me and the other guy that went, I didn't know him at the time. I knew of him, but I didn't know him. And so he was like, hey, bro, you want to go hit the strip? I was like, yes, please, dear God, let's go. Because they started watching, they went through all of the first season. I was just on my phone, uncomfortable. I was like, man, should I have even shown up? Because I hadn't talked to this guy in maybe like 3-4 years after high school. And it was just weird. It was like, we weren't like super close friends, and we were just watching it, and I was trying to laugh, but I think I felt uncomfortable because I was forced to watch it. So it's completely different. And now that's the only choice that I had was to watch it, because time is all we have. So I was like, okay, yeah, fuck it, let me do it. And dude, number one show, hands down. It's coming in a tight close to How I Met Your Mother, and that's how much I fucking love it. And it's crazy, dude. Like, I started buying, you know me, I started buying stickers, t-shirts, fucking the pops. My pop collection, dude, is legit.
Dude,
like,
so jealous you have that.
Oh gosh, dang. Yeah, before we get into it, what are you having to drink? Are you drinking anything today? I know last week you
fucking... and you're gonna be super jelly because I got your favorite drink today, Jeremiah Red.
Son of a bitch.
From fucking BJ's, our favorite restaurant.
Fucking puto. Okay. Yeah, I'm hating, but boo this man, guy. Boo this man.
You know, if it wasn't for you, I would have never known about this kind of drink at all.
No, and it was good. Yeah, it was another friend of ours, Jorge. You know our friend George, right? He that's actually his favorite drink, and it kind of like every time that we go to BJ's, I order it. It's Jeremiah Red, and yeah, it's good. It's got a strong bite, and it's just it's really flavorful. So that's pretty cool. Yes. It's good. I like it. Me.
What are you drinking?
I'm gonna have some leftover Blue Moons. I don't like to buy it unless I know I already have it, and so I told you what happened to the first one. So let's all right, ready? This is gonna be on YouTube. 1, 2. Hold on. Is it even a twist off? Bitch, what the fuck? Oh, sick. This one didn't explode. Alright.
There you go.
Digital cheers, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sick. Alright, man.
You know what? These fucking beer companies should sponsor us now, man.
Yeah. More than likely, someone's gonna tell them that they're drinking on screen and try to sue us for likeness rights or something because we have the label on it.
Hey, we showing appreciation, so don't fucking sue us.
Like, can they sue us for the pennies that we made? Like, I think we
literally pennies.
Like I think we only get like a penny per listen or something like that. And it's only because I mentioned Anchor, one of the platforms that we're on. So that's the premier one. So that's actually, I shouldn't be talking shit because they're actually, you know, you don't have to pay anything, and they got us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Radio Public. Yeah. And we actually got 2. I was just being nosy, and we actually you can find us on iTunes too. So I think that counts as Apple Podcasts though, because they're two. It's weird because there's 2 different apps, but you can find us on either one. I think Apple Podcasts is just like if you've listened to it on your iPhone, it'll have it on there. But iTunes, you can find us on iTunes, free of charge. And then there's another new one, Castro Podcasts. We're on that one as well. So
nice.
Yeah, it's cool. And those are ones that they're not mentioned through Anchor. Like, Anchor didn't say that they would put us on there, but they went ahead and did it anyway. So thank you, Anchor. It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. All right. So The Office, it started as a UK thing, and I was like, fuck. As soon as I heard that it was not a spin-off, but a reboot. Remember we were talking about reboots a couple episodes ago?
Yes, sir.
This is an exact reboot based on the United Kingdom's version with Ricky Gervais, and he's fucking hilarious. I like how he spreads truth and stuff throughout like the Golden Globes and all that. And
dude, the time when he hosted the Golden Globes, He just went full out. He
Dude,
didn't gave no fucking fucks at all.
You know,
He just went
crazy. What's crazy is that he did that, but that happened in January, and now and I was like, oh yeah, that must be funny to talk about, like the Hollywood elites and everything, and everyone's rolling their eyes, and some of them are laughing, and then they're getting accused of all that shit. Fucking 7 months later, isn't that fucking crazy? Like, you got like Tom Hanks and. Who else? Dude, it broke my heart when I saw Robert Downey Jr. has been to the Epstein Island. I was like, I don't know how true or accurate those lists of people are, but you know, it could also mean that they went and they didn't know what was going on and they didn't like what was going on and they left. It was a flight log, quote unquote. You know, so I'm not super big on conspiracy, but I have a buddy that introduced me to the website Anchor, and he's all into conspiracy, and some of it's like it's an eye opener. So I don't know, just human trafficking.
Netflix has a series about that.
Yeah, about the Jeffrey Epstein something. I don't know. I don't have the balls to watch it because I don't want to. You know, there's enough terrible things going on, and not to say that I don't care about it, because I'm sure I'm definitely 100% sure that shit does go down, but I'm not gonna be one to like start pointing fingers and get all into it and
let's just say Hollywood has its really dark secrets that sometimes the people that you adore, that you look up to, end up being the people who do the bad things, and it hurts you really bad. Yeah,
dude, like Jennifer Aniston from Friends, I believe it. She's a fucking bruja. She's always doing this shit, and I see you. Mm-hmm. You know, but other than that, dude. Anyways, so Ricky Gervais, he plays David Brent, so that's the UK's Michael Scott, and you remember they have that crossover where you told me about it. You're like, oh yeah, there's a quick thing, and I was like, I was waiting for it the whole season, and then when it came out, he was just trying to get to the elevator or something, and it was really funny, yeah, because their sense of humor.
I was like, that's what she said.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
And yeah, dude, their sense of humors are so different, but the characters, in a way, are relatable. You know, it's like, I don't know, they're both, they were both the manager at their offices, and
they both act like child.
Yeah, they're fucking grown children, dude, and it was funny. I haven't. Fun. Yeah.
Fun fact. From what when I was watching YouTube videos, Steve Carell never watched the UK version, just because he was afraid that he was gonna imitate Ricky. Yeah. So Steve Carell did his own version.
Yeah. And that, dude, that's it was pretty genius, because the way that it played out for them, it's almost like the US version of The Office is way more superior than the UK. So like the UK is the foundation, like that's what it was built on, but The Office fucking grew and grew and grew. So you were saying you've never seen the UK version. That one, I don't know why I haven't seen it either. It's only, I think it's like, I want to say like 12 or 14 episodes. And that's the whole series. It only lasted 2 seasons, from 2001 to 2003. And it ends with a Christmas party. So that's like, it's, dude, we could binge it in a day. And
yeah, they were saying that Jim, their version of Jim and Pam, they actually got together much faster than our version of Jim and Pam.
Well, they only had fucking 14 episodes to do it, so.
Yeah, but however, both episodes, first episodes are the same exact. They're exactly the same.
Really?
The whole, yeah. If you, they were saying that they did the same thing. The US version did the same first episode as the UK.
Okay, yeah.
And if you want, you should watch it. It's literally almost the same shit. The same shit.
Sick. Yeah, I'll get into it as soon as I can. But yeah, 2 seasons, dude. That's crazy. And we got 9 seasons with the US version, and
yes, sir.
I think that was good for development, because you care about the people in the US office. Not that the UK office cast members weren't like, you know, there's a couple names in there, like the one guy, I don't even know his name. Martin Freeman. He's he plays Bilbo Baggins, the young version in Lord of the Rings. Anyways, well he's their version of Jim, and so that's the only character besides Ricky Gervais that I know. And everything, I'm sure it's good, but the character development in the U.S. version of The Office, it's like it entraps you so that you feel for them. So like whenever something bad happened to Jim and Pam, or when Jim was trying to go after Pam in the beginning, and then she was with her boyfriend turned fiance, I was kind of like, oh, that's a, like, you felt bad for Jim because, you know, all he wants is Pam, and, you know, like, she flirts and everything, which fuck her for doing that, but you kind of feel like his heartache and all that shit, and you could see it in their face. It's a really good, really well written show, and I'm gonna give it one more audience clap for that, because the Office, the U.S. Office, that shit's it's good, you know. So, favorite characters, go. Favorite top 3 characters. I know it's a small list of characters, but top 3.
Jim, Kevin, and Daryl.
Kevin, bro. Yeah, dude. Those very relatable. Daryl's fucking hilarious.
I like Kevin because, like, I mean, I feel like I could totally relate to him.
Definitely, dude.
Honestly.
Yeah, you a bit.
Not because he's big and whatever, but like just the way he thinks and the way he acts. It's just the way I feel like that's the way I am.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking hilarious. Okay, so my favorite 3 are also gonna be Kevin, a cross between Michael and Dwight, just because they, like, 80% of the time they always cross paths, and it's like literally having a number 1 and a 2, like, always tight. And the third
that's what
one,
she said.
It is what she said. Or that's what he said. I don't know. We're not allowed to judge anymore, but that's what it said. That's what they said. That's what anyone can say.
You know what? It's The Office. We're allowed to say that's what she said.
Yeah, definitely. It's not going to be a gay witch hunt like in that one episode where they're trying to figure out who else was gay besides what's his name? Oscar. That shit was funny, but who's the third? Andy Bernard.
Andy.
That was, that took me for a little spin because I think if I'm not mistaken, Jim had left the Scranton office to go to what's the other office that he went to? The city? Syracuse? He went to New York, right?
Yeah, somewhere in New York.
I think it was Syracuse. Anyways, and then you get characters like Andy Bernard, Nard Dog, and then and Karen. So Karen's his second love interest, because he was like, okay, he left because Pam didn't take him. If I'm not mistaken, what made him change his mind about Pam was him seeing her kiss the fiance, right? Or he went in for a kiss and it got weird. Yeah. So, dude, that was like a good twist, because that throws into the emotions again. I thought Jim was gonna be gone, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. He's not gonna get Pam. And it only lasted a few episodes when they were over there, and then they I think they were consolidating branches, and so they pushed the rest of whoever was at the New York branch and push it close with Scranton. So I guess they were like picking them apart, and then you get that episode, dude. Speaking about favorite episodes, there's that episode where they're like, I guess, weeding them out. And they're trying to figure out who was a past criminal, and fucking we get the introduction of one of another favorite characters, Prison Mike, bro. Yes. Prison Mike, fuck, that's fucking hilarious. I'm gonna give it up for
I think Prison Mike is the best.
He is, definitely. No, and any other incarnations of Michael Scott that you like? Because there was a prison Mike. There's a survival Mike.
I think there was also a date Mike, no?
Date Mike, yeah, with his fucking beret, like, flipped backwards. And, what's Classy Santa?
That's right.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. But, yeah, and, I think, well, like, speaking of best storylines, I think, in my opinion, some of the best storylines were always, like, in the long run, it was always Toby versus Michael. Like, you don't know why, and you kind of want to feel bad for Toby, but at the same time, I said on one of the other episodes that Toby was one of my favorite characters because of his facial expressions. Like, he's kind of like, you know, like, because he's thin and he's kind of like, oh, okay, like, he's really socially awkward, and he's I don't know, like, you want to hate him for Michael, but you can't, and you like that Michael hates him because that's part of the ongoing thing, and their feud lasts for fucking years. And then even when he says okay that he's leaving to Costa Rica, and he comes back, and then you get that fucking hilarious meme where Michael's like, no, oh God, no. Dude, it's gold. And I have that pop too, the pop figurines where it's Tupac and it's Michael and Toby, and he has the stone in his hand and it says suck on this. Bro, like, I feel so bad, but it's so good. It's hilarious. Do you have any good storylines?
I would have to say the whole Dwight and Angela relationship.
Oh, like their secret romance, and then them going behind the copy machines in the what is it, in the warehouse? There's like that secret room where they do boom boom. Oh, there was
this one episode that Pam and Jim, they were just chilling in the office in the warehouse, and then next thing you know, they just you see Angela and Dwight just going to have sex, and they're all freaked out, like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, okay, I'm married and everything, but the girl who plays Angela, I mean, am I right or am I right?
Was she really that skinny? Like, really, really that skinny? Like,
she's a petite woman. Angela Kingsley is her name, and that's funny because her actual name is Angela, and she's nothing like how her character is, and she played it great, dude, and that's I think what adds on to.
So fun fact, she actually had auditioned to become Pam.
Really?
Yeah, she had auditioned to be Pam, and they ended up using her as Angela.
Yeah, and I think it's funny because them two, Jenna Fisher and Angela, in real life, they're like they're super tight. They have their own podcast. I think it's called the Office Ladies, or Ladies of the Office. I think it's Office Ladies, and they're great. They're awesome. But I think just the attitude is fucking hilarious, dude. And like another one of the episodes that I like was one of the Halloween episodes where Angela, she shows up and she's telling the camera guy, she's like, what? It's the only thing that they had left.
The sexy nurse?
Dude, that shit's fucking hilarious. And she's like, she's walking down and she's wearing it pretty well. But yeah, dude, it's such a funny episode. And yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you.
What's up?
What is your favorite gym prank?
Oh, dude. Favorite, hands down. I know there's tons and tons and tons, but the favorite one is gotta be the it's either between him dressing up as Dwight, because you get that whole thing where he's like interrogating him face to face, and he's like bears eat beets. He's like, what?
Michael? Oh, that's funny. Michael?
Dude, what is it? Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Like, this is fucking, who does
What is going on? What are you doing here? Identity Jeff is not funny, Jeff.
And and the other one that ties with that one is the Asian gym, dude.
Asian gym,
dude. Especially because the guy that they chose was Randall Park. He comes out in Ant-Man as the FBI agent. Perfect, perfect. He's hilarious. And then Dwight thinks he's all badass, and he goes and he's trying to get the picture. He turns it around, and it's the Asian gym with the Asian kids too. Dude, that shit's fucking hilarious. What about yours? What's your favorite gym?
Remember the episode where like he was going down the list of every single prank that Jim has done?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. He was like, and then just Jim in the background explaining how he did everything. It was like, oh my fucking god! But if I had to really choose one of them is he was doing the radio interview.
Yes. And
everybody went along with it.
Yeah. Didn't they get him stripped down to his underpants too?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. And and there's so many. And I'm grateful that I got to like enjoy every single one of them. And it was cool because the way binging a show, I only don't recommend it if you're a pussy because of sleep. But if you have the time and if you want to get invested in a character and you're willing to do it, that's the best way to watch a show like that, because some of the episodes fall into the next one. Like they have an immediate cliffhanger and then it's picked up the very second, so you don't have to wait a week to watch it and everything. So that's what I did. And so I saw it as a whole, like fucking 201 episodes of glory, like within, not even joking, probably I think it took me like 3 weeks, only because I had a weekend off and I went to do something, so I didn't watch it for a few days. But yeah,
dude, I remember like you would tell me you would watch it and you're like, oh yeah, I'm on this season. I'm like, bro, it's barely 1 week. What the fuck? Yeah.
I got through it quick, dude. That's no joke, but it's funny. But yeah, Jim's pranks, they're hilarious. I could go on and on about just his pranks, and it's. You
remember when Dwight got back at Jim? The whole
snowball fight.
Yeah. And then like he would change. He's like, oh, I have costumes for everybody.
Yeah.
Like disguises. he showed everybody's. He dressed up as Stanley, as Meredith, and Kevin. I was like, oh my god.
I love. I think I've sent it to you, where it's the GIF or the GIF, however you say it, the quick video, with like him and he's turning around and he has the fucking hair.
Yes,
dude, that's gold.
Yes.
Oh, it's him as Meredith, I think.
Yes, I've seen that one.
Dude, Meredith, she's fucking funny. Like, a lot of people don't like her because they portray her as an alcoholic, but it's funny. Like, it's just her sarcasm. Like, we could go down the list later about all the characters, but I think her, the no fucks given at work, like every single time, it's fucking funny. She kind of reminds me of a female, like Creed almost, but Creed, he was like that old creeper, really shifty, like you don't know what he's doing, kind of thing.
Dude, my favorite episode of Creed is like they're at the Halloween party.
Oh, he goes, it's Halloween. Like, that's good timing.
And he's on as a bloody ass shirt.
Oh.
Or when he's playing hooky at work,
yeah, he gets on the bus.
Picked up by them.
Yeah,
on the
bus. Thanks for picking me up. I was playing hooky from work. Dude, it's some gold. You
ever done that before?
Played hooky?
Yeah.
Bro, how much time you got? From work? No, I don't think I have. From school a few times, not when I was going to Cerritos, but when I was going to Rio Hondo. Definitely. Like, I didn't, I think it was just choice of, professors that I had just weren't making it fun, and I was like, yeah, I don't know.
I've done it for work.
Yeah?
At one time, I literally...
Well, it's going to be on YouTube, just in case you didn't know, so...
It already happened.
Look it.
But yeah, I'm
What
gonna
you
be
gonna
honest.
do?
One time.
What you gonna do? Fire me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, one time I just told my boss I need a day off. I'm not feeling good.
Yeah.
And then I ended up going to Six Flags with my former mummy crew workers.
Damn, and you went all the way up there?
Yeah.
Was it Valencia?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, dude, no way. Mm-mm.
I mean, I rarely, out of the whole school year, I probably get like 2 days off, and that is it. After that, I'm literally working every fucking day.
Yeah.
So, like, I think I deserve at least 1 day to myself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, you know what I do, and you've been through my shoes.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
So you and I definitely know what it's like to work with students.
And we've talked about it a couple times where it's just kind of like, I mean, that kind of sums it up, bro. It's I don't want to get into it because we already did. I think the episode of the reboot. Remember, I kind of went off on like we should have, it should be okay for us to like set up crews to go like slap bullies or like other kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Like if the kid's bullying your kid, of course you don't want to intervene, but at the same time, once you have kids, you're kind of like, excuse me, and the parent's not going to do anything. I was like, man, I'm going to go slap the kid for the parent. And if the parent doesn't like it, fuck, come at me too. I'll slap you too, fucking bitch. You know, like. But yeah, we'll do an episode on bullying and all that.
Hey, did you know that Kelly actually directed episodes of The Office?
Who's Kelly?
The Indian girl.
Oh yeah. Kaylee. Mindy Kaling.
Mindy.
Yeah.
Mindy Kaling.
Dude, okay. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's another thing that I was reading up on is most of the I saw a video like a year ago, and I think like half of the cast, they're actual producers on the show. So they were crazy. Yeah, they were producers before, and they got written in as characters, and I think it was like BJ Novak, the guy who plays the intern. He's one of the main ones. Yeah. So he's one of the main producers, and then Mindy Kaling was another one. I think they all had some sort of play in like the behind the scenes, and Ricky Gervais is one of the co-creators or co-executive producers, along with what's his name, Michael Scott. Shit, I don't know why I'm blanking. Steve Carell. So that's pretty cool. That's crazy. And then I think another cool fact was what's the name of the character who he gets with before Jan?
The sexy girl, whatever.
The one that he pasted his face over her ex-husband on the ski trip thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
she's also one of them, right? She also produced a bunch of.
Yeah, and she's Steve Carell's wife in real life. So they have kids and all that too. Dude, but we mentioned Jan Levinson, another one, man. Something about her character is just because I had seen her in other movies, and so I was like, oh, I didn't know she came out on this show, and yeah, it was funny. She's hilarious. Like, I think it was funny when I think they were at that restaurant, like kind of like the TGI Fridays wannabe restaurant, and they're having drinks and everything, and he's always like laying it on pretty thick. Where he's like flirting with her, and she always says no and stuff, and then she actually makes out with him, as the camera's leaving. That's fucking hilarious. And yeah, the office rumors started and everything. They're like, oh, did you hear Michael hooked up with Jan? And they're like, what? No. That was funny. That's funny for me. But
yeah, basically from what I was learning, like they had a script and all, but basically they literally just said, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
do what you want. Like a lot of the stuff they did was super unscripted. Like for example, Jim always looking at the camera.
Yeah.
That was unscripted. Like it just like he would do it a couple times, like, and then they were like, "Fuck it, just do it." Just honestly, do it all the time.
He played it off super well too, because he was always like looking off and looking at Michael and stuff, and then Michael say something stupid.
And that facial expression that he does all the time. Yeah, it's like, dude, like it's so good.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's. And I was gonna say, because you were talking about them ad-libbing a lot of their stuff, and around the time that this production started, Steve Carell was just coming off of tour from promoting the 40-Year-Old Virgin, because that was in 2004.
Yes.
That was 2004. It finished, and they were promoting it and all that, and then immediately after they started production on The Office, and that was 2005. So that was crazy. I think it was a perfect fit for it.
A lot of people say that the 40-Year-Old Virgin is where Steve Carell started making his career.
Yeah, and I blame it on Judd Apatow, because his crew, they're all super tight, and they just know how to write jokes, dude. It's Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, Paul Rudd, Jason Segel from How I Met Your Mother. That's how you pick out like the good ones. Like that's why Jason, he was Marshall on How I Met Your Mother, and always, like, I know it's a cast of 5 characters throughout most of the season, but he's like absolute my favorite. Like Neil Patrick Harris was good, but Jason Segel stole it from me, and it's only because I had seen stuff before I started jumping on that show. So, and it's they were all, what a coincidence! It's a Judd Apatow movie, so it's like Knocked Up. This is 40. This is the end. Fucking 40.
Did you know that Seth Rogen was also auditioning for Michael Scott?
Oh, dude, I'm so okay. I like him, but you know what I dislike about him?
His laugh,
bro. Okay.
I fucking love that. I fucking love that laugh.
Yeah, it's funny, but I told you where and when I disliked him for it, and it was I'll tell for people that are listening. It was I used to manage a few food trucks, and they had me the owners of the company had me drive one of the trucks at fucking 4 a.m. to Santa Monica, and it was at the pier, and they were doing some Bud Light commercial thing, and it was Amy Schumer, the guy from Ant-Man, the one who's talking fast. What's his name in the movie? Michael Pena. Yeah, he was okay. He was pretty cool. And then Seth Rogen, dude, and dude. So they had me there for 9 hours. It was a 9-hour shoot from 4 a.m. to fucking 9 hours after that. And I hated that shoot because 4 of the 9 hours, Seth Rogen was right outside my fucking food truck, and he would not shut the fuck up with his fucking laughing, dude. Like, imagine hearing this for fucking 4 hours. Dude, I annoyed myself, and that was only fucking 5 seconds of me doing it. Imagine 4 hours. And then on top of that, bro, we had to like, I had some of the fryers on and stuff, and they would ask for like snacks and stuff, and he turned around, he's like, hey, you got any extra food? I was like, oh, you guys have the munchies? I was like, fuck, there it goes again, dude. Yeah, so that was bad on my part. I don't think he'll ever hear this, but in case he ever does, I don't regret it. Fucking bro, like.
And in case he does, I would love to meet you one day and have the honor to smoke weed with you.
That's Javi. Drugs are bad. Okay. So let's get into the holiday episodes, dude, because we only got a few minutes. We got 20 minutes, but the holiday episodes, bro. Okay, so even though all this shit's going down with the corona and Black Lives Matter and people being separated by politics and people hating on police, all that shit. All that shit goes away the minute you fucking put on a Halloween movie, a Christmas movie, or a summer movie like The Sandlot. All that shit just fucking, you know? And I don't know what it is because I'm Latino, so these are all predominantly Caucasian shits.
Honestly, when I'm having a shitty ass day, I just watch a fucking Christmas or a Halloween special or something like that, because it just makes me feel better.
Yeah, and dude, like, since we're on the subject, Halloween's coming up in we'll call it in a good solid month, because the minute it stops being September, October 1st hits, that midnight, it's Halloween season for fucking 31 magical days, dude. I don't care what anyone says. I'm one of those people that puts up their Christmas lights during the week of Thanksgiving.
Shit, it's already white girl season with the fucking pumpkin lattes.
Dude, I got a bunch of messages with people fucking either shitting on it because I put that picture up that is the Bruja season, or people fucking saying it was funny. And you know what? Fuck it, it's funny. As soon as remember we used to play that game at Disneyland during Christmas time? We went a couple times and we would say boots. Like, let's say, yeah. Do you remember? It was all white girls that were wearing fucking Uggs. I'll tell you, dude. It's a little early in the season, but let me tell you, Uggs, leggings, and ugly jackets with blonde hair is in right now. Like,
they're in.
They're
coming out.
Pumpkin spice.
That's what she said.
I guess.
Coming out.
It's coming out. The Uggs are coming out.
The fucking pumpkin lattes are coming out. All the Karens are getting even stronger.
Oh God, dude. If you thought Karen was in full effect, nah, bitch. This is like the devil coming out of his fucking crack in the middle of the earth. Just fucking, here I am, bitch. Give me the pumpkin drink. And, yeah, it's whack as fuck, dude. But yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Halloween is definitely my favorite of the Office episodes. Like, how many Office episodes are there with Halloween? Like 6 or 7 of them?
Probably 6 or 7.
Yeah, I don't think it was in the first season's only 6 episodes, right? I think it's 6. Yeah, I don't think there was a Halloween episode in that one. It's a shame because I think they started like mid-season or something like that. But the Halloween episodes, dude, it's hilarious.
Do you remember when Pam had left to another office too?
Oh yeah,
and she dressed up as
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah. And then they don't dress up in Halloween characters. Yeah.
It's just like,
she's like, if I take it off, I look like fucking Hitler.
Yeah.
I was like,
oh my god, dude, that's fucking hilarious.
And then Jim literally put like three little circles. He's like, oh, I'm Hole Punch Jim.
Yeah. I like it because they're like, what are you supposed to be? I'm the three hole punch version of Jim. And they're like, oh, yeah, and
dude, and then Creed, he did a sick impression of Joker,
bro.
Like, put a smile on that face, and everybody's like, whoa,
yeah.
and then fucking Devin Creed, it took me 4 hours.
Dude, I think the best part of that scene,
Dwight too, he dressed up as Joker.
Yeah, he stops the elevator because it's closing on him. You want to see a magic trick?
He's like, oh.
Yeah, dude. I think the best part of the Creed entrance with Joker was Oscar. His face, like he's like looking at him like he's like fucking scared, and that was funny because he's already a creep, so you already know what Creed what he's supposed to be expected of as a person. So that's pretty. Who
was the guy who dressed up as fucking Lady Gaga? Fucking
Gabe.
What's his name? Gabe,
dude.
He dressed up as he nailed it.
He's another funny one, dude, because his expression, like him and Toby. I only said Toby was one of the favorites because he has that thing with Michael, but Gabe, he was on a whole nother awkward level, because he was like. At first, you don't want to like him because he's from corporate. Because it was when they were bought out by
Sabre
Sabre. And Yeah, and so you kind of get to know him a little bit more because he starts that relationship with Aaron, and it's just how he is with the camera. He's just kind of giving that look like he smiles to himself because he makes himself laugh. He's just
Yes.
yeah, he's fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah, and what else? And then Halloween.
Aaron dressed up as the Wendy's character.
Yeah, yeah. She's pretty cool. She's a really good actress. She's seems like she's really nice. She has a show, I think called the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and I haven't seen it, but it's in a few seasons already. So I'm gonna jump on that. I think I'm still in this whole Office world kind of thing. Like I don't want to watch anything else because they all have like shows that they moved on to, but I don't want to see them yet. Like
Speaking of, did you know that the guy who plays Stanley, he's making his own show?
Yeah, I told you about it. Uncle Sam.
Yeah,
dude.
So he actually got the money for it. He raised enough money to start it.
Wow, and that was awesome.
Yeah, he did a GoFundMe page and he made more than enough. Like everybody wants it to happen.
Yeah,
and he literally said that it's gonna bring back the characters from The Office. Like it's gonna have him going to the office and then whatever it is it's gonna be. I'm hoping it does happen. Really, it does.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that kind of felt like rushed towards the end. Because I get why people say that like Michael leaving the office was a big impact, and they didn't like the whole Will Ferrell part. It's cool that he came out, but I was like, you could have done without it because he was only in it for what, like 3-4 episodes.
Yeah, 3 or 4 episodes, and then Robert California came in.
I love Robert California. He's the one that got the most hate from people that have talked to me about The Office, and I think it's a mix of me being in love with Marvel the way that I am, and knowing that he was Ultron in there, and then seeing him on screen and only hearing Ultron. Like, bro, he's fucking funny. And then he had like a coke problem in the show, where and what was his real name? I forget his name, but he said his real name when he was introducing himself to David when he bought back Dunder Mifflin. Remember where he came out of the whole merger thing, and he was unemployed basically, but I guess he put money away or something, and he ended up buying them back. So that's one way that Andy could get his job back. Yeah, so Robert California said that his real name was something, and I fucking forget because it was hilarious. And then he just dips. He leaves. I don't know. That was kind of weird. But what do you feel about Michael leaving?
I have to say that whole episode of him saying goodbye to everybody, it was sad, especially when he said goodbye to Jim. That one, you can tell like Jim, like not Jim, but what's his name? What's the guy's name? John
Krasinski,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell like he was very sad. Like he was like sad that he was leaving.
Yeah.
So you could tell like that guy put his feelings into that.
Yeah.
So I actually I was really bummed out.
Yeah.
When I was, I mean, I know this show came out a long time ago, and that episode came out a long time ago. But when I watched it for the first time, I felt like I was watching it like when it first aired, And I was like, damn. Like, did he ever explain why he left?
In real life?
Yeah, like in real life, like why did he leave?
He didn't want to leave. There was a small interview, and it's kind of like one of those corrupted interviews where it can be taken several different ways. But from what I read, Steve Carell said that NBC, I guess they didn't know if they were going to continue or not. So rather than him being written off the show, because I think at that point, like Rainn Wilson and Angela Kingsley and Pam and Jim and most of the cast, they had gotten their renewals, but Michael Scott did not. So I was like, why wouldn't you give him his first if he's like one of the main characters, you know? They're all main characters because there's one office, but I think executives from the NBC or whoever was producing it at the time, I think Comcast or something like that, Universal, all that shit. I think they said something like he wasn't expendable, or he stated something basically like, I'm gonna cut myself loose before I give them the opportunity to do it. So that's kind of like, okay, that's kind of shady. I've worked for some companies where you get that feeling where someone is always talking to someone around you that's not higher up, and then that's how rumors start, and then you go ahead and you have no choice, or you have a choice, but the choice is either let me work here miserable until they fire me, or let me cut myself loose from this hellhole before they get to, you know. And I think that's kind of like what he said that he was doing. And so it was kind of really weird, and that's what made it a little more sad after hearing that or watching it online in interviews, that it's kind of like, well, what if he had stayed and didn't put in for his notice, you know? Like, what if he...
I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Robert California taking over, it was a good time. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. But I feel like, maybe you should have just stayed with Steve.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, what if, what would have happened, What if?
I think they would have, it would have been like one of those things where it just like, okay, it's getting too long of a show. Maybe it would have continued on to a 10th and 11th season, and then,
it's sad because like everybody, all the producers, all the directors, like they felt like this show was never gonna make it big.
Yeah.
They always had their doubts.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, like we just gotta go for it.
Yeah.
It's one of those, and in general, like anytime you make a show or a movie, you just gotta put it out there and see what happens. You know, don't ever give up on it.
Definitely.
Honestly.
Yeah, I get you, man. So that brings us to our last episode. So that one, dude, that was a fucking roller coaster because first off, you get the feels like, oh, it's actually like it's over. It was a 2-parter, no? Like I think
because like first of all, you got Jim and Pam. Their relationship is not going so well.
Yeah. It was that weird thing with the camera guy. That was weird. It got me mad because I was like, okay, as a married man, dude, if your wife were to be talking to someone else about their feelings, and then that person was getting feelings for your wife, like, and then you find out about it, it's like, what the fuck? Like,
but then like Jim was smooth enough, and he got all the footage of everything they've done together.
Yeah, that was
fixed like that. Yeah. That was smooth.
I cried. I did.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was very, very, very touching.
Yeah, it was good.
And then you got Erin, who finally finds her parents.
Yeah, that was kind of like that was pushed in, but that was that was actually next on the topic list is the time jump. That was crazy because I didn't really expect it. And like it was just like, it's over. They got all the shit that they needed to get filmed, and that was it. And then it's a year later, and they present it like at some weird office Comic-Con thing, like on a stage, and it's just really weird. So it makes me think
her parents come out of nowhere, and I was like
I don't know. There's a lot of things, and like
and then there was Daryl leaving finally.
Yeah, and him making it big, and then Jim joining him again. That was pretty cool. They need to make, like, I think there's too many spin-offs that could happen, because you get Daryl, Jim and Pam, that separate story, because he was in Seattle, or what?
Yeah,
no.
Seattle.
He was in Texas. He was in Austin.
Mm.
Yeah, so you get that storyline. You have Stanley going to Florida.
He retires.
And then you have Andy Bernard going to his admissions, his school. Where did he go? What school was it?
Cornell.
Yeah, so he goes to Cornell to work at the office there. It's funny, and then you get Creed, the homeless guy that's living at the Dunder Mifflin. That's weird. Yeah, there's like so many things, and then Steve Carell you could make one just on Steve Carell because he moved with his wife
to Colorado.
Yeah. What was her name?
I don't remember.
I need to watch it again. That's how good it is.
He moved to Colorado and he had his own family, which is what he wanted all his life.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. And then and then you get Dwight being the manager of Scranton. So that's
dude. After so many years,
no more assistant regional manager or assistant to the regional manager.
Assistant to the regional manager.
Yeah, and like I feel that's awesome because I felt I got more feels when he brings Pam and Jim into the office after the wedding and all that. And then he
just says, "You're fired."
Yeah. And then he says, because if you were to fire, then you don't get the severance pay, which comes out to like this and this and this amount. I guess it was like a couple thousand for each month that they were there or something like that, or each year.
Yeah.
And so that gives you tiny perspective into the type of person that Dwight really was, because he grew as a person, you know. So.
And then finally, fucking Michael coming back at the very end.
Yeah.
Dude, like when he
Michael,
when he
you came
back.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Dude, that was good. That was awesome.
Dude, and that whole part, just Michael coming back, I was like, dude, I can't believe he came back.
Yeah, that was good.
And then like he's just sitting there at the wedding, and he's like, look at all my children, they're all grown up and married to each other. I was like, okay, dude.
Yeah, it was good. I think that the ending that we got was
better than How I Met Your Mother.
Fuck you.
Okay, I have to say this. That fucking ending was better than How I Met Your Mother.
No, bitch. It's literally the same. The only difference is The Office time jumped 1 year. How I Met Your Mother is a span of like 10 years. So
to this day, I still think How I Met Your Mother.
No one cares what you think. That's not cool. How dare you? You know how I know you're wrong? You like Tobey Maguire as your Spider-Man. I said what I said.
You're just jealous because Tobey Maguire got 3 movies and your fucking Andrew Garfield only got 2.
First of all, Andrew Garfield is better than Tobey Maguire.
Fuck no.
Tom Holland is my Spider-Man. So far, he's been Spider-Man longer than Tobey. So, okay. That's what I think. Okay. So.
We're not going to go there.
Well, that's all we got for you guys today. That was a quick hour. That was good. But yeah, man.
So if you haven't seen The Office, watch it now. Watch it on Netflix, because I keep hearing that they want to take it down.
Oh man, that means that I'm gonna have to buy the whole series, and you're gonna want to borrow it because you're cheap as fuck.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm not gonna, because I got standards, I got morals. I'm not gonna let you have what I paid for. You know. But yeah, it's a good show. Thank you for introducing me to it, Javi. And we got some stickers, office stickers that I have. So if you guys want some,
you gotta show these people your entire pop collection. You gotta post it up and on Talk Direct to Me. You gotta show these people.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I'll as soon as I get into the shed, because
Recyclops.
Dude, I have the 2 versions of Recyclops right now, and the one that just came out for the one, because they just had the Comic-Con from San Diego that was digital this year. It was a fucking failure. You're
currently
yeah, so they just put convention stickers on them, so it says like Summer Convention 2020. Yeah, but that's That's crazy.
But yeah, if you have not seen The Office, watch it. It's where I will be honest with you. It takes a while. It will take a while for you to like enjoy it, but just watch it. Like, just dedicate it. Just dedicate yourself to watching it.
Or a few weeks.
Like you were saying, most of the episodes are like back to back. Like it follows. It just continues and continues.
Yeah.
So just give it time. Give it time. Trust me, it gets really good. It gets really good.
Yeah. All right, man. So we got about a minute. So let's tell them where we can be heard. Let me see. I think I have that shit written down. There's a lot. There's a lot of them. All right. So you guys, you can catch us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Anchor, Castro, iTunes, and now on YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe.
All right, guys. Thank you for your time. We will see you next week. This has been Talk Nerdy to Me. Be out.